On this very spot, part of a horror classic was filmed.
There's a story you should know from 100 years ago, and 100 years we...
Right now, there's no madmen crazed for carnage running around me. But in 1964, in 2000 Maniacs, right over here on this very spot, was a death machine. At the top of the death machine was a humongous boulder that crushed a young woman. It's getting kind of dark out here, but look straight ahead. You'll notice the bathrooms over there on the side of the band shell and the stairway. Straight ahead there, there's some stairs. You back out. We'll know that right here stood a wooden contraption that I like to call the death machine. Right up there was a boulder. Crushed the woman. They were standing right around in this area throwing the baseball. Now, take a look at this tree. Watch how this tree forks. It goes straight up and then it forks. The key word here is the forking tree. Very same tree that forks straight ahead. You'll see in the screenshot with the big 18-wheeler driving past. In the screenshot here, the camera was up a little bit higher. The forking tree wasn't quite as big. Now, if you look straight ahead back there, you're gonna see a bench. That bench, all the way over there, is actually in the movie. In this screenshot I'm gonna show you now. I'm actually going to sit in the bench used in 2000 Maniacs. You ready for this? Herschel Gordon Lewis chose this spot, the backside of this, for one of the parts in his movie. It took a little bit of research. We all know research is fun. Okay, here we are behind the backside of the Welcome Center, which is some sort of government agency now. One thing I want you to see is take a look at the brick. Remember how I was saying the brick? Check this out. Notice this hole here. This building was built later, but if you look at that crevice there and that door, if you were to come around this way, right around here, stand on top of where that roof is and remove this building, we would have this shot right here going down that alley.
Oh, forget it. Let's get back to the horse race.
So that's pretty cool when you think about it. And why would anybody go to this much trouble to find these spots? The 1964 B film. Why? Because it's a classic, man. 2000 Maniacs paved the way for one of my favorite movies, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. People who made Texas Chainsaw Massacre saw 2000 Maniacs and then a decade later decided to make Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's one of my favorite movies and pretty much one of the iconic horror films of all time. Was inspired by a movie filmed right here in St. Cloud.
Doggone, this ain't the best centennial anybody ever had!
One of the opening shots of the movie, when all the town folk are running towards Pleasant Valley sign for the centennial. Yes, straight ahead down this way is where the centennial happened. And all the 2000 Maniacs madmen craved for carnage, first appeared to us. Scared the living daylights out of us. And if you take where I'm at, about 20 feet up, this is the opening shot. The opening shot of 2000 Maniacs. Here's something kind of cool. Here's where the window shots were out in front of Hunter Arms Hotel. Check that out. This is the front entrance. Here's a familiar shot from the movie down one of the back alleys here in St. Cloud off New York Avenue. They came running out of that door up top at the top of the stairs. Everything's exactly the same, just been repainted. This has all been torn down. There's some barbed wire and some construction. But you'll notice that this is exactly the same as it is in the movie.
Little boy, come here, will you please?
What y'all want, Yankees?
Look.
Right over in here, in the movie, was a metal building, and the two characters stood right there. At the beginning of the movie, the banjos are playing, and Billy and a bunch of the other kids were going to hang a cat. They had a noose that they were going to hang a cat. Now, where could that spot be? Well, actually, it's right here. Check out this wall. Texture's still the same. This is the actual spot in the movie. Right against there. Something more like this, to be exact. Straight ahead here, right off of Highway 192, is Lister's Garage. Back when the movie was filmed, this part of the interstate was not here, and this garage came completely out this way. If you look here, you can see part of the door over here. Here's the crazy thing. If you look through the sliding door, which also is slid in the movie, you see that window straight ahead back there. This was actually inside Lister's garage. So basically where I'm standing, that's where this scene you are witnessing takes place.
Look, don't worry. We're not cooked yet.
Here's proof that this was actually inside the building. Now it's outside. The light switch is now out in open air. So you just went inside 47 years ago was Lister's garage.